Lawmakers have sent you a bill that would ban state and local governments from contracting with federal immigration to detention centers. But private prisons can contract directly with ICE. So is this move a political statement, or will it improve conditions for people in the centers?
I hope it's not just a political statement. I mean, long before the disastrous situation that we are dealing with as a country related to ICE, and what we're seeing in real time 24/7 in Minnesota and Minneapolis. This was my bill. My idea is we don't like private prisons in New Mexico at all, and have moved statutorily and by design not to allow any for-profit private prisons. The gap here has been in the federal detention centers. So this bill for me was another statement that you need more control at the state level for accountability, for transparency, for access, to make sure that people, speaking of lawyers, have access so that their legal rights are protected and not abridged or diminished or completely eradicated and eroded. It's complicated because now we've seen that the feds, are moving to get these agreements directly with counties, and they're doing it through sheriffs, and that wasn't occurring. I was hoping to be a bit more silent about that because I didn't think that people would rush to do it, and now they are, because we're going to try to preclude that. I don't know what the end result will be when it all shakes out, but know this, that as long as we have a statute that says that we don't want federal detention or private prison systems in the state, it will be much harder for them to violate a person's rights, to pick up people without a warrant or probable cause or any constitutional reason and hide them in a secure facility where state officials have no rights or access. And I'm proud of the legislature for so quickly getting that bill to me, because I think New Mexico should stand on the right side of history. We cannot be complicit. And if this isn't enough, we'll find other ways to make sure that we're protecting New Mexicans.
Senator Munoz said without prisons, grants would turn into just tumbleweeds rolling down the road. What do you say to the people who may lose their jobs in towns where there just aren't other jobs?
We can find other jobs, and I don't want to minimize how hard that is. But frankly, what we do need, and they need to be rebuilt and reformed, we do need detention, and we do need jails, and we have not done enough. It's been far easier without anyone being accountable to have a federal contract where the standards, particularly now, don't meet the state standards. I think Munoz is right. To just do this and not invest in rural economic development, including training centers for corrections where we could do it right. There's a number of things that we ought to be doing, is fair. But also, rural counties and cities have to do more on their own for economic development. I mean, if you sort of look at the way in which the state now supports all of that directly, we need to have a better shared partnership. And we've put huge numbers of jobs in rural areas like Jamborino, which got 300 jobs. There are more jobs than just in corrections. But he's right that we should be paying attention. He is.
Thank you, Governor.
You're welcome.